Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Stephanie Mariona here with another video. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. So today what I'm going to be talking about is how to prevent breakage on your hair and how to grow your hair really long. So as you can see, I don't have hair down to my butt right now. I don't have long, luxurious, flowy hair, but I just got my hair cut and it was probably about 3 to 4 inches longer. And so that's honestly the longest I've had it in a while. I have had it down, all the way down my back. And the last time that was probably my senior year of high school. So that was a good amount of time ago. But with that being said, I just want to share with you guys, I've had my hair at this bob level, like all the way up to the bottom of my jawline. And now I've grown it out to here over the past couple years. And again, like I said, I just got a nice healthy cut. So the first thing I want to talk about is when it comes to growing your hair out long, one of the things that's extremely important is making sure that your hair is not breaking at the ends, right? Because our hair grows from our scalp, it grows from the roots. So if you're having a problem with your hair not growing, that's not generally true. The general truth is that your hair is growing, but it's breaking off at the ends, resulting in your hair staying the same length. Here's some things that you can focus on. The number one thing you're gonna wanna focus on, and I'm sure you've heard this a lot, is not using as much heat or practice using lower, more safe heat temperatures. So as a licensed cosmetologist, I have come to the realization that there are some heat tools out there that there's just an on and an off button. So you don't even know how hot the tool is getting and you're using that all over your hair on a daily basis. That's probably not a good thing unless you are definite about what the temperature is and it's a safe temperature to be using. There are some blow dryers, blow dry style tools that actually go over 400 degrees. And if you're using that on your hair from wet to dry every single day, that's probably not the best thing if you're trying to grow out your hair. If you already have breakage at your ends and you're doing that, that's gonna be even worse. They're just gonna, like, your ends are just gonna keep either splitting higher up with the split end, or they're literally just gonna keep falling off and your hair is gonna stay the same length. If you do have healthy ends and you feel as if your hair is not growing, there are things you can work on when it comes to scalp and vitamin intake, some oils that you can put in your hair, and we'll get into that later in the video. So let's clarify what we've gone over so far, because I don't want to get lost here. There's going to be a lot of information. So far, hot tools. Make sure that you are not using them on a daily basis, and if you absolutely have to, use a low temperature, use a safe temperature zone. Honestly, my recommendation is to not use anything over 390, and that's really pushing it. If you can use something more like in the 360 zone, that'll be amazing. A lot of blow dryers out there nowadays will give you 3 options: a cool, warm, or a hot. Do that if you can do that. Let your hair air dry. Like, take a little bit more time out of your day to let your hair naturally dry 85% of the way, and then blow dry the rest. The more you can minimize the amount of time that heat is being on your hair, the better. Second thing is making sure that your split ends, if you have them, there's 2 ways to go about this here. And even at that, you can't guarantee that those ends are not gonna break and fall off at some point in time. So one of the first things you're gonna wanna do if you do have breakage on your ends, right? You're gonna wanna get the trim. You're gonna wanna get the trim and then follow each and every step that I'm gonna share with you in this video. You need to get the trim, because if you don't get the trim, like I said, your hair is gonna break off at some point in time. Or it's gonna end up looking like really like untamed and frizzy at the ends. That's just what happens to dead ends. That's what they look like. They don't look pretty. Now we're just gonna move into how, once I have healthy ends, can I get my hair to grow out and stay healthy and prevent breakage? Low heat. trim your hair at least 2 times a year. Please, at least 2 times a year. I'm not asking for huge trims, I'm just asking for minimal trims. 3, use heat protectants. Every single time you're gonna style your hair, it is crucial to use a heat protectant. When you're not using heat protectants, yeah, your hair, you're probably still gonna have your hair, but it's gonna have much more damage than it would if you did use the heat protectants. So use your products, you guys. Why do hairstylists oftentimes have hair that looks beautiful? Because there's a lot of products involved, and we know what needs to be done to make sure that our hair continues to look this way and continues to grow and look beautiful and natural. You're gonna wanna make sure that you're using a sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. There are certain chemicals that do not contribute to hair growth or hair health, and sulfates don't do that. So make sure you're using a quality shampoo and conditioner. It doesn't have to be the most expensive one on the shelf, but just make sure that you're going with something on the, you know, moderate to better for your hair scale. And that can all be done through some simple research. There's so many great articles out there. Yes, there's bad ones, but if you do your research, I promise you, you will get some good answers. Now you're using your heat protectants, you're using a good quality shampoo and conditioner, and next, we're gonna not wash our hair every single day, because one of the things that contributes to hair growth is our natural oils that are in the scalp and on the roots of our hair. So when you are washing your hair every day, and I know that's so hard for some people not to do, and if you're going to the gym, doing this, doing that, if you need to jump in the shower and rinse your hair out and not use shampoo, I encourage you to do that. Get in the shower, rinse your hair, but don't shampoo it. At least you can feel as if it's getting a little bit cleaner than it would have been if you didn't. But if you can manage dry shampoo, just use the dry shampoo. And if you work from home and it doesn't really matter what your hair looks like, avoid the dry shampoo. Obviously, at times less products can be better, you know, just depending on what kind of products we're talking about here. So if you can skip at least every other day, if you can go more than one day, do it, girl, because I promise you it's gonna help you. So now we have the heat protectant. We have the good quality shampoo and conditioner with no sulfates. We have not washing your hair every single day. What are we gonna focus on next? Leave-in conditioner. You need leave-in conditioner. If you're watching this video and your hair just keeps breaking, why? Dry, brittle hair breaks. Dry, brittle hair breaks. Remember that. So if your hair is fully moisturized, it's most likely not gonna break. It would have to be a super rare occasion for your hair to break. Like there's gonna be other circumstances, other factors that are happening that are encouraging your hair to break. So if your hair is fully hydrated and you're locking it in, your hair's not gonna break. So leave-in conditioner. Find a great leave-in conditioner that, you know, fits your budget, but also is a good quality one as well. And like I said, you don't have to break the bank for this. This is not what this video is about. I'm not gonna post a bunch of links and you have to get those exact products. I can post some links to help you guys. I can share some of the things that I use, but essentially it's up to you. Go out, find something that works for you, and try that regimen out. Stick with it for 30 days. Lastly, you are going to want to seal your ends, because your ends would be where the moisture is leaking out, right? Because your hair, think of it as, can I make you guys think of your hair as? Think of your hair as a two-ended straw, right? But you know what's coming from your scalp is good. So if you know what's coming from your scalp is good, then that's sealed to the top of your head. But think about all these ends here. Water can be leaking out of the ends and drying out your hair. So you wanna seal your ends with a great oil. So when you seal the ends, it's gonna lock in the moisture and your hair is gonna continue to grow from the roots and it's gonna stay healthy on the ends. And what does that result in? Longer hair. Get a good quality oil. I promise you guys, you're not gonna regret it. I can share with you exactly what I do. So here's my hair routine. So when I get in the shower, I use my shampoo, my conditioner, and that's on an every 2 to 3 day basis. And then when you jump out of the shower, what I do is I take a leave-in conditioner, I put that in the palm of my hand, I put 1 pump of the leave-in conditioner, I put 1 pump of an oil, and then I put a couple drops of another oil, and I mix it all together like this. And I start kind of, I don't necessarily try to just get my roots, but I kind of try to like pull my hands through my hair around where the mids start, and then I run it through my hair like that. And then I go like this, and I go like that on both sides. And then I let that just kind of soak in for a second. So after I run that through, I let it just soak in for a second. Now, the reason why I personally don't put it on my roots on a daily basis is because my hair is more fine and I will look like I have a really oily scalp and really oily roots. And to me, I just can't stand when my hair looks like that. So that's why I personally wouldn't do that. But if your hair doesn't look oily, or you have like really dark hair and you can manage to put the oil in your scalp every single day and you're okay with the way it looks, or your hair absorbs it, do that, because that's gonna be even better. Probably twice a week, 2 times a week, I have started a routine just a few months back where I actually do oiling of the hair on specific days. I usually do it on a Wednesday, maybe a Sunday. Just work it out with your schedule, you know, like your work days. You're gonna wanna do it where you kind of have the day free. And if you only have like weekends free or whatnot, try to get it in at least once a week. I promise this is gonna help your hair grow. So when we have oil in our scalp, just like we would naturally produce, but we put, you know, even more, and it's good product, it is gonna continue to increase the production of your hair growth. And what I like to do is I create my own little mixture of oils. And again, do your own research. I'm happy to share some of the oils and products that I use. Take those oils and you're gonna focus on all of your roots. So get a bunch of that oil. Like, I oil slick my hair up, you guys, because I don't care. I end up throwing it up anyways, and it really doesn't matter what I look like because I want my hair to be healthy. So I take that oil, I mix it in my hands, and I put it throughout all my roots like this, all over. And I massage, I kind of give myself like a little head massage, because blood circulation, blood flow to that area also helps stimulate hair growth. So I do that all over like this. And make sure, like, don't just get the front, you guys. Don't neglect this whole back area here. So you gotta go in all over. And I kind of get oil that will go from about my roots to the start of my mids. And what I do is I'll brush my hair and I'll just throw it up in a bun, throw it up in a high ponytail, and go about the rest of my day. And if you can leave that in for a good 8+ hours, I guarantee you that after a few weeks of doing it, you're gonna start to notice the growth of your roots. And how I notice is that I do get my hair colored, so I can start to see my natural root actually growing out at a faster rate as compared to when I was just washing my hair every single day and not oiling it at all. You're gonna see big changes, I promise this. But be patient with yourself. Give yourself the time and opportunity to get used to this routine and really see these big changes, because it's worth it, you guys. I am telling you, I had like a little mental crisis where my hair was just so short, and I was just frying it more and more and more, and I would just color it more and more and more all the time. Constant non-stop basis of my hair just being short, like above my shoulder length for years. And it wasn't just because I like short hair, although I do, but it was unhealthy, and that's what killed me on the inside. Like, as a woman, and I'm sure it's as a man too, if you love your hair long, if your hair doesn't look healthy, it doesn't add to the way you feel, right? Look good, feel good. So if your hair is really healthy, you have luxurious locks, you're gonna walk around feeling like $1,000,000. So after everything we covered in the video, I can share with you, like, obviously some things you can do internally that's gonna help your hair grow as well. So if you don't have a lot of protein, whether you're vegan or vegetarian, or you know, you eat meat or animal products, whatever it might be, the higher your protein intake, the more your hair is gonna grow. Hair is protein. It's made up of proteins. So make sure you're getting enough protein every day. You do wanna be getting at least 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you're 130 pounds, aim to get 130 grams of protein in a day. And I know it sounds easy, or some of us supersede that number, but some of us don't supersede that number. So we wanna just check things off the checklist here. So enough protein. You're gonna wanna be taking a multivitamin. You're gonna be wanting to take a fish or krill oil. You need your omegas. Omegas definitely help your hair grow, so focus on that. When you're getting all of your vitamin intake and you're getting your fish oils in, or your omegas, krill, whatever you choose to take for that, I promise you, you are gonna start to see more hair growth. If you get more blood flow, exercising brings more blood flow in the body. That is gonna make your hair grow from the inside out as well. So just focus on these things. You don't have to take a biotin, but if you want to, you can. It seems to work really well for some people, not as well for others. It's completely up to you guys. Whenever I happen to take biotin, my skin always breaks out. So for me, that's not the best option. I have to roll with other things by trying to get B vitamins more naturally through food sources. So do what works for you. This is gonna be a trial and an error process. But every system or every route that you choose to take, spend at least 30 to 60 days trying that route to make sure that it's working. Because if you don't even take 30 days to follow a routine, you're probably not gonna see any results, honestly. Like, you're probably not gonna see any results. Your hair might feel softer if you're doing some of the tips that I've shared with you, but that doesn't mean that your hair is completely more healthy, okay? So make sure that you're spending enough time to be able to see the results, okay? You gotta do these things. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It's not rocket science, but yes, going and digging and searching for the answers will lead you to success, right? If you wanna become successful at something, you have to study it. So that's why I went to cosmetology school. My hair started to grow so much more after I went to school and learned everything I could about hair. And not only just school, you guys, I went to YouTube University. I did my research in books. I did in articles. I did lots of different things that led me to where I am now and led me on my journey to beautiful long hair. So if you're looking for a sign to take a chance on yourself and grow your hair out, do it. Just do it, you guys. Just give it a chance. I love my hair at the length that it is right now. It's to me, I would call this like a medium, like moving into a longer length. But I love this hair. Like I said, I just cut it about 3 inches and it feels amazing for me, and I know that I'm only gonna continue to grow it out even longer. So if you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comment section below, and I'm happy to answer whatever I feel like I can give you a solid answer on. And if I don't have something, I will find a legit article for you guys to look at to get these answers. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope that this helps you, and I hope that this encourages you to not only take your hair health to the next level, but to take your internal health to the next level. Because again, we shine on the outside from what's on the inside. So shine from the inside out and take a chance on yourself. All right, well, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I had a lot to say, and I know it might sound confusing, but I promise you, do these steps and you will start to see results. It's inevitable. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.